election.
12 News at 10 starts right now. A Valley dog rescue is out $1,000 after falling victim to a common but tricky scam. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in downtown Phoenix tonight with the rescue's warning for others.
This scam took place over an app that millions of people use every single day, Facebook. And now this dog rescue is warning, be careful of who you talk to online. It's typical to see dogs running around Ashley Kasdorf's front yard.
I love him so much.
She's fostered more than 100 of them.
They have no voice.
And now runs the Barking Lot Dog Rescue with 3 of her friends.
Between the 4 of us, we've got probably 60 years of rescue experience.
As a new nonprofit, they're still growing.
We've been looking for a trailer so that we can stop loading our cars. Pretty much everybody that we know knows we've been looking for this.
They finally found one. A mutual friend posted on Facebook that she was selling her dad's trailer. They conducted the sale over Messenger.
But if you want to, send over a deposit for like half of the cost, then you can come see it first thing Monday. And if you guys like it, you can take it. And if you don't, no big deal, I'll send your deposit back.
It sounded like a great deal. Kasdorf sent $1,000 through PayPal friends and family before a heartbreaking realization.
The Facebook had been hacked, so the person that we were talking to the entire time was actually the scammer.
There's little hope the rescue will get even some of their money back.
It's probably the cost of 4 or 5 dogs.
And the scammer is now unreachable. Kasdorf says this loss will significantly set the rescue back.
We don't get paid for doing this. Like, any of the money that we make from adoptions goes literally right back into helping more dogs.
But they're hoping others will heed their warning to not trust anyone online.
We know better. Like, it just seems so silly that we got scammed doing it. But even if you think you know the person, don't send them money before.
Barking Lot Dog Rescue is still looking for a trailer. If you want to help them out, we have information on ways you can donate on 12news.com. Reporting in Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thanks. There are just so many predators out there, and this story shows how easy it is to fall victim. The Federal Trade Commission says nationwide victims lost more than $10 billion last year to fraud just like this. $2.7 billion of that came from imposter scams, where a scammer pretends to be someone else. Officials say be wary of bank transfer requests and cryptocurrency. The most common place to come across scams is in your email.
New at 10, roads in Peoria, in a Peoria neighborhood, are blocked off as police investigate a crash that left a pedestrian seriously hurt. This is near Vistancia Boulevard and Lone Mountain Parkway. Police say that the driver did stay on scene. Officers are still investigating if speed or impairment were involved. We expect to get an update from Peoria Police pretty soon, and once we know more, we will bring that to you on 12news.com. And we continue to track the very latest developments on abortion in Arizona. And tonight, more folks in northern Arizona have access to abortion medication. Planned Parenthood Arizona announced that it would resume medication abortion services at the Flagstaff Health Center. The organization said that they plan to continue providing abortion care until the last possible legal moment.
And those abortions will likely only to be allowed to continue until mid-June, when Arizona can begin enforcing its near-total ban on the procedure. That ban was upheld by the state Supreme Court last week. And tonight it appears a repeal of the 1864 ban could be left off the table. A leaked document outlines options that Republican lawmakers are considering, and none of the options include a repeal. Instead, it details ways to undermine a proposed ballot initiative that would protect abortion access. 12 News will have live coverage from the Capitol Wednesday when lawmakers reconvene.
Tonight, the APS rate case approved last month is getting a second look by the Arizona Corporation Commission after several groups filed an appeal. They argue that the new rates discriminate against rooftop solar users by adding an extra fee that has no purpose. Today, commissioners voted unanimously to accept a rehearing on whether the charge is fair. Attorney General Chris Mays and members of the solar industry filed the appeal. The Arizona woman convicted in the deadly shooting on the Rust movie set will serve the maximum punishment for her crime. Today, a New Mexico judge sentenced Hannah Gutierrez-Reed to 18 months in prison. A jury found her guilty last month of involuntary manslaughter for the 2021 on-set shooting death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. Gutierrez-Reed was responsible for gun safety and storage on the set. She chose not to testify at trial and had no visible reaction to the sentencing.
The suspects accused of killing 16-year-old Preston Lord back in October are due back in court at the end of the month. Their trials are still a long way off, but because this case has been so closely followed, it's raised questions about jury selection.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono sat down with a Maricopa County Superior Court judge to speak generally about the challenges that come with highly publicized cases. And she is joining us live tonight outside the Superior Court. Bianca.
Yeah, guys, good evening. There have been so many cases out of Maricopa County that have garnered national attention over the years, and Judge Joseph Kramer knows what it's like to be on the bench for those cases firsthand.
Love my job. This is a great job.
Judge Joseph Kramer worked as a lawyer for 16 years and now as a judge for almost 17. And in addition to sitting on the bench at Maricopa County Superior Court, he leads the court's jury advisory committee.
When you're talking about cases that have been more high profile, how much does that pose a challenge for jury selection?
It poses a real challenge, and that challenge has evolved over the years and I think gotten more difficult.
Kramer knows firsthand.
Count two.
In 2013, he presided over the retrial of the Buddhist temple murder case, the deadliest mass shooting in Arizona's history.
We were concerned about how many people knew about the case, had they read about it, and you worry about that because people hear about cases and they develop attitudes or beliefs about a case.
But Kramer says the challenges of today are even greater than those of 10 years ago, primarily because of social media.
People can learn about cases, some things that may actually be true and some things may not be, whether it's through the media or more importantly through social media. People put information out there about cases before jurors get in the courtroom, and it may impact their beliefs, whether they can be fair to both parties.
Kramer says well-known cases can lead to a longer jury selection process. And when the jurors are picked, the court gives them specific instructions about staying off social media.
Back when I started as a lawyer and a judge, I would just tell people, don't do any research about the case. Starting, I think, about 10 to 15 years ago, from my perspective, we had to be very direct with jurors to say, these are the things you cannot do.
In highly publicized cases, legal teams can request a change of venue, asking to move the trial to another county, though Kramer says it's rare in the Valley.
I can't remember the last time that venue actually got changed because, in part, with social media, everybody seems to know everything about cases anyway.
And Judge Kramer says another step that's been added in the past few years or so, jurors will actually be given a written questionnaire before they even step foot in this courthouse for jury duty. They'll hopefully be able to figure out if they have any beliefs or attitudes about a case that would deem them unfit. We're live in downtown Phoenix tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
After more than 15 years, the city of Tempe is finally reopening a pool and community center that shut down during the Great Recession. Throughout its history, the Clark Park Pool served as a gathering place for the community near Broadway and Hardy Drive. The city closed the pool back in 2008. The city has been working to restore the facility, and the public will get its first look this Saturday. This will be the city's fourth pool, which is just in time for the summer.
Still ahead with car insurance.